Hi, I'm Bob Vasquez with a random thought. There are three times during the year that perplex me to no end. One is Christmas. The other two are when we start and end daylight saving time. Christmas befuddles me because I have a very difficult time shopping for my family. What do you get for people who already have everything? Daylight saving time drives me nuts. I was a fan of Ben Franklin's until I discovered that he devised that concept. Spring forward, fall backward just makes no sense to me. In my quest for wisdom, I once read an axiom that stated, if you fall, fall forward. I always remember that during the transition to and from daylight saving time. Can you see why I'm confused? Another part of this ordeal is that I have to change all of the clocks in the house. I leave the car's clocks alone. They'll be correct in 6 months anyway. I can wait. Move the clocks forward, my lovely bride of 47 wonderful and fulfilling years says to me. Forward to me means progress. It means that I've gained something. When you move the clocks forward, you lose an hour. I don't know about you, but I don't have any extra time to surrender. I'm reminded of a conversation one of my proteges and I had the other day. There just aren't enough hours in a day, she said, obviously stressed out. I have a solution, I responded. Really, she replied with hope in her eyes. Yes. Why don't we reduce the number of minutes in an hour from 60 to 45? That will give us 8 more hours every day, an entire workday. It sounded reasonable to me. She laughed. Hey, the clock is a man-made instrument. We manipulate time twice a year by adjusting when the sun comes up. Why can't we decrease the number of minutes in an hour? Wouldn't that give us enough hours? The important question, I suppose, is what would we do with any extra hours? The great philosopher Will Rogers wrote, half our life is spent trying to find something to do with the time we have rushed through life trying to save. I'm not sure time is the issue. Could it be that our choices are what we should be evaluating? Yogi Berra, another great philosopher, said, it's getting late earlier. Okay, Yogi was deep, but he made an important point. How often is it too late to do what we thought was important? We didn't have time to do it, right? Seems to me that we always do what we think is most important at the time. I'm going to try something radical this spring. I'm going to figure out what matters most to my family and me and try to do those things first. I may not have any extra hours, but I'm going to try to make the best of those few that I do have. In fact, what I ought to do, I can do earlier now, before it's too late. Until next thought, I'm Bob Vasquez.